Parties parting down at their camps, ravers raging at the rage that parties conspire to develop to win in another bloodless coup of preferential votes, listing choices not adhered to, but take nonetheless, counting on symbols of life in pictures that still remain in black and white.
There are only 2 islands in Fiji who does wood carving. I've heard something that the people of these 2 islands, they come from islands in the South Pacific which they do the carving. So our great grandfather came from islands in the Pacific like Solomon, Samoa and Tonga. I heard a story about, and it's an old story about, there's a place in Fiji where it's an old story, and it's a long story where people staying in the mountains, they are not the real human beings, they are like devil or what. Sometimes they come out to the sea and look for food, and they only come at night time. Before the daylight, they have to go back. That's the only time they used to come and look for food. They come from the mountains, they come down to the sea and they look for food and take all their food back to the mountain before the daylight. This is in the old story, and not much people in Fiji still know the story. Or maybe they are not interested, and I think we don't have much books or story books, somebody who writes all these kinds of stories.
No, you read that.
टिकाऊ राष्ट्रपति के दफ्तर ने जिस तरह से विरोधी नेता की नियुक्ति की है उसकी आलोचना की है। प्रतिपेल ने बताया कि उनको कल शाम इस नियुक्ति की औपचारिक जानकारी दी गई, जो कि नियुक्ति के 5 दिनों बाद आई है। प्रतिपेल ने कहा कि ये एक संवैधानिक पद है और उनकी समझ में उनको नियुक्ति
my great grandfather and my grandfather came to Fiji as during the indenture era as one of those girmitiers who were brought to Fiji to work on the cane fields here. In that time, I guess he must have met my grandmother, gotten married, and decided he was going to settle here in Fiji. And thereon, I guess, you know, the families have just continued to do their thing. Some remained kept on farming, continue to farm today. Most have sort of gone on to the professions to be doctors, lawyers, teachers. things like that. So, you know, in food, you know, the South Indians make avel. Avel, I love avel. I consider myself an Indo-Fijian. I mean, the Indo side of me and the Fijian side of me is just as important. My forefathers have done far more than enough to contribute to the development of this place. In fact, you know, I very strongly believe that, you know, if it wasn't for what my ancestors did, this country wouldn't be what it is today. But then on the other hand, the Fijian side of me, the side, you know, which has come about because of the decision that was made by my ancestors to sort of just to stay on in Fiji rather than to leave the country is as important. And when I talk about my Fijian heritage, I'm talking about my heritage, which includes my life together with the lives of Fijian persons, Chinese persons, and other, you know, European persons who've made that decision to stay on in this country and make this country their homes.
सर्वप्रथम मेरे पिताजी 1927 में फिजी आए थे। उस टाइम CSR कंपनी मजदूर के रूप में उनको पंजाब से लाया था और फिर वो काफ़ी दिन उनके साथ काम किए। फिर बाद में CSR कंपनी ने उसको 10 एकड़ ब्लॉक यहाँ पे सांबेतो में दिया। उसमें वो काम करते थे। हम लोग बचपन में स्कूल पढ़े, बाद में स्कूल छोड़ने के बाद हम लोग भी यही में खेती में जुट गए। फिलहाल इस ज़मीन का लीज का अंतिम समय आ गया है और इस दिसंबर को इसका एक्सपायरी डेट है और उन्होंने हमें नोटिस दे दिया है। फिलहाल उन ज़मीन मालिक से बात कर रहा हूँ, वो राजी है देने में। केवल इसमें 2 मतंगाली का ज़मीन है। ये जो मतंगाली हम लोग बोलते हैं फिजी में, ये ज़मीन मालिक होते हैं जिनका ज़मीन होता है। हम लोग हिंदुस्तानी उनका ज़मीन लीज करते हैं। वो लोग जैसे दो मतंगाली है, एक तो राजी है देने का, उसका कुछ कम ज़मीन है, दूसरे का कुछ उसी हिस्से में ज़्यादा है, तो वो आपस में कुछ बातचीत कर रहे हैं। फिलहाल मैंने कहा कि आप लोग दोनों आपस में बातचीत करके कोई फैसले पे आ जाओ। मैं जब से पैदा हुआ हूँ, मेरी उम्र अभी 57 ईयर्स की है, तब से मैं यहीं पर हूँ। ये अभी 2-3 महीने से बातचीत चल रहा है। मैं तो ज़मीन लेना चाहता हूँ, तब अब इनके ऊपर है। अगर देना चाहे तो राइट है, नहीं देना चाहे तो उनकी चीज़ है, कोई जोर भी नहीं है ना। फिलहाल अभी तो मैं ये कंपनी में, यही FSC कंपनी में गाड़ी भर रहा हूँ, कैजुअल लेबर की तरह। हिंदुस्तानियों का हालत बहुत बुरा है। फिलहाल लोगों का घर, ज़मीन जा रही है, लोगों के घर जा रहे हैं, उनके आगे उनके बच्चों का कोई भविष्य नहीं है। हमारे बच्चों का कोई कहीं पे काम नहीं है, काम धंधा नहीं है, बेकारी है। पढ़े लिखे लड़के रास्ते रास्ते घूम रहे हैं। जब तुम्हारा असली जमीन चली गई, आपके घर उखड़ गया, अभी जिस तरह का फीजी में चीज़ों का दाम है, 10,000 में घर नहीं बन सकता, फिर आपको दूसरा ज़मीन खुद खरीदना पड़ेगा। आप पेड़ लगाए बगीचे छोड़ के कहाँ जाओगे?
My land starts from that house there, the mandir, right at the back, the one that has been harvested, coming down. The boundary is the road. It goes toward the house there, on the other side. On the other side, it's almost 7 to 8 acres, plus this side, and altogether it comes to 10 acres. At this point in time, as my first year as a farmer, I don't have any experience in right now. Actually, the cane was planted by the previous tenant that was an Indian tenant. He used to be there for the last, I think it's 100 years or so now. So after 100 years, then I received my land. The Native Land Trust Board came over one day and advised us that the altar lease is just about to be expired. It's run about in 5 years' time. So what do you decide? Do you decide to take the land with you and farm the land, or you decide to give it back to the tenants? So we had a meeting for the whole family, and we decided to, because there's a lot of family in, so we decided to get the land so we can divide it among us. So I decided to have a go in farming. They gave me 10 acres of land, and this is my first year as a cane farmer. At the moment, the only thing we are doing that in the village right now is encouraging all our Fijian brothers here in the village to plant sugarcane. From this side of the village, we are having around about 32 farmers right now, new cane growers. Yes. So, all harvesting cane this year. Yes. But the production is low this year. Yes. Actually, the mills usually advise the farmers to cut their cane before the month of September. So the gang had already cut 3 loads of canes already. The only thing left is I have to find a truck to load the canes for the mill. But I'm not sure about today. The truck's supposed to be coming at 2 p.m. But it's not confirmed at the moment. It depends on the weather.
So many people have asked, what's wrong in Fiji? What is the real situation? I feel it is crucial that we all try to understand the situation. It is crucial that we understand that understanding is crucial to the situation.
Itu saya.
In our province, in Itasiri province, only I think only one village. Only this village got that kind of toilet and bathroom. Only this village. So the other village, they did not used to like this kind of toilet. So there's a new project in this province. We want the new government to build rural areas like this village, to come down and build our life to to going up like the urban development. Because the land is the main issue. We can plant and all the things come in the lands. If you want money, come in the lands. If you want everything you want, and it come in there. So if a new government can develop the land, Fiji will go up standard like India, like America. So we want to the economy, to develop the economy in Fiji. If you want to change one country, only the thing you change their culture. So that's they do in Fiji. They want to change our culture. So Fiji, they look only this boy like this, like that, going to town, see that, see that, see that. They live their own culture and take that culture. That's why Fiji is going down now.
When the British came to Fiji, like in every other country they colonized, they picked out a group of elitist Fijians, or propped up certain chiefs and helped develop their provinces and sort of educated them to hold administrative power. There's a bit of resentment at the moment in the Fijian community about this this division where certain provinces are better developed than other provinces. There's this perception amongst Fijians that Indians are rich. Europeans have never been seen in Fiji in that light, I mean, European businessmen who have garment factories and things, who run certain businesses and exploit the workers like nobody else. Fijians would never complain about that. I mean, when we drive along the streets, for instance, there are a lot of the most of the shops are owned by Indians, but these are, I mean, small shops, drapery shops, small shoe shops. These shop owners are not rich. They're if you speak to the auditors, they will tell, if they have audited accounts, you'll be told that they make maybe $10,000–$15,000 profit in a year, and that doesn't make for a rich Indian person. And there's a bit of a resentment that, hang on, we are not all rich. There's only a certain class of Indians who are rich. Not every Indian person who's involved in the sugar industry is a farmer as such. You have your cane cutters who are poorest of poor people in the country.
पहले तो हम लोग वहाँ पे दूसरा जगह पे रहता रहा, तो मैंने हम लोग के गन्ना खेती रहा, सब कुछ रहा। अब तो यहाँ जाना कुछ नहीं है उनके पास। हम लोग तो वहाँ पर 25 साल से, मेरे शादी के बाद हम लोग वहाँ रहते थे। तब फिर जब ज़मीन एक्सपायर हो गई तब फिर हम लोग आके यहाँ अपन पड़ोसी घर पर रहते, लगभग 6 महीना हुआ रहा। उसके बाद में फिर हम लोग यहाँ ज़मीन इसके ले लिया, तब फिर यहाँ आया, 2 रूम के घर बनाया। मेरे हस्बैंड तो कारपेंटर, बट अभी काम नहीं मिला है तो काम नहीं करे, लगभग 2-3 साल से काम नहीं करे हैं। वो लोग तो बहुत अंधेर करे हिंदुस्तानी के साथ, क्या कि ज़मीन भी ले लिए है, कितना जन तो अभी छोटे छोटा घर बना के रहे हुए है, और कितना जन तो थोड़ा कुछ ज़मीन जब पैसा रहा तो अपन ज़मीन में ले लेने, घर बनाए भर के जगह ले लेने। सब ज़मीन पकड़ ले तो सब वैसे रहे, कभी तो उनके ज़मीन जन ले लेना, कुछ बोए हुए नहीं है, सब वैसे पड़ा है। वो हिंदुस्तानी के नहीं देना चाहते हैं, इसलिए ऐसे करते हैं।
Taking sides is wrong. It is wrong to take sides. Wrong. The looting is wrong. The taking of hostages wrong. The raping is wrong of mind and body and innocence. The demoralizing, manipulating, ridiculing is wrong. The power cuts, water cuts, pay cuts, budget cuts, wrong, wrong, wrong. The buying of new vehicles, wrong. The starving of the children, wrong. The shutting down of schools, wrong. The laying off of workers, wrong. The big song and dance the politicians are now making to fill their own pockets later, wrong, wrong, wrong. The colonial pricks got it wrong. Filling their pockets, fooling the natives, filling their pockets, wrong. Raping the Pacific, wrong. The land rape, cultural rape, identity rape, all wrong. Taking the land from the people, wrong. Abuse on the cane fields, wrong. The bureaucracy is wrong.
बच्चे आए पाठशाला से, बच्चे अगर घुराने लगे तो हमने सोचा कि क्यों घुराते हैं। हमने सोचा पाठशाला में कोई मर गया, तो हमने पूछा क्या हुआ, तो हमारे बच्चे ने घुरा कर कहा coup हुआ है। तुम नहीं सुने? तो हमारी बच्ची ने आकर कहा कि हम पर जब पाठशाला में थे तब कैवीती आकर घेर लिए। हमारी एक कैवीती फ्रेंड लड़कियाँ थी, उनके सहारे हम निकल कर यहाँ आए हैं। और कैवीती जो रहे पत्थर मारने लगे थे, बड़े मुश्किल में हम निकल कर आए हैं। तो उस दिन से हमारे बच्चे पाठशाला नहीं गए, उधम होने लगा वहाँ पर।
हुआ 1 हफ्ता, लगभग 3-4 रोज हम लोग 1 हफ्ता ले वहाँ रहा अपन जमीन में, कुछ नहीं प्रॉब्लम हुआ था। लेकिन अचानक से ऐसे 10 आदमी घर पे आके घेर लेते हैं। अभी तो गवर्नमेंट की सरकार तो भीतर बंद है, वहाँ पे कब्जा है, और इधर उधम होता है रोज के रोज। अचानक आके घेर लेते। एक दिन ऐसे हमारे गांव पड़ोसी में घेरा, हम लोग दौड़ाया, तो हम तो सोचा ही रात भर हम लोग जंगल में थे। उस रात हम लोग जंगल में थे। सेकंड दिन बोला यहाँ रहेंगे, रात के कोई घेर लिया, हमारे रकम बच्चे ने उड़त है, हम लोग का इज्जत है, हम लोग जमीन जगह नहीं काम दे, भाग आया। अब जाने की इरादा नहीं है। वही हम सोचता है कोई बोसे कोई जहाँ मिले ही है टेंट में सुती है, टेंट में सुतता है तो अच्छा से नींद लग जाए, वहाँ घरे सुतो नींद नहीं लगे।